Now you get to go to the fun stuff, which I consider it to be really fun. This was actually the first eyeshadow I had ever gotten. This is a Maybelline Eye Studio, purple, you know, my favorite color, and I'm going to use it. It comes in 4 shades. Once again, for glasses wearers, I don't suggest using 4 shades, but just for lesson's sake, I'm going to tell you. So basically the 4 shades work from light to dark. Your light covers your brow here, your medium covers your eyelid, your third one actually goes in the crease of your eyelid, like when you close this upper edge right here is the crease, and then this will actually cover your eyelash line. That's where the darker areas are. Now if you want to get fancy and you want to make it work and things like that, you can put lighter stuff underneath the eye, which kind of joins it all. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So basically you just pull it and it'll come with a brush and stuff, and then just kind of toss it on just like this. It doesn't need to be fancy or anything. You're not like Petrolude. For those of you who don't know Petrolude, he's like a drag queen makeup artist and he's freaking baller at it. I definitely suggest looking him up, especially this one. It's like an unzipped thing where he like unzips his eye. It's really cool. So your second color goes on your eyelid just like this. Now part of my brush broke, so you usually have a broad thing. You use that for the first 2 colors, but since mine broke, I'm using a fine. And it's basically going to be like that. And then the other eye. Okay. Now for those glasses wearers, toss them on and see how it looks. Now the first 2 colors don't usually show much. Those are kind of like the blenders for everything. Your second color, this is where it starts to get artsy and difficult. You're going to follow this crease along here and then just kind of taper out at the end of the eye. And then I like to connect it to the bottom here and then flip it up. There we go. And then the other eye, exact same thing. Now your last color will go along your lash line right here. I hope you guys can see this. And it just goes along that. Now, if you want to be fancy, and I kind of like to take your second color, your middle color, and then just toss it underneath the tear duct of your eye. Follow along it. This makes your eye both more bold and more uniform. Afterward, you want to toss glasses on. And look how it looks. I don't like how far it's coming down. So I'm just going to wipe some of it off. Now, with eyeshadows, there's actually something you want to be careful with, and it's called fallout. Fallout usually ends up on your eyelashes, and then throughout the day it'll end up dropping onto your higher cheekbones and down here, and it'll create small specks in your foundation. So to get rid of those, just lightly go over your eyelashes, and then wipe off the bottom here. Okay. So there's that. Check on it. I think it looks good. Okay, so pull it back off, and then we get to play with the fun one, eyeliner. This takes a while to get used to. This is a Maybelline Define a Line mechanical. This also comes in natural eyeliners, which kind of look like this. huge thing here. And they come in liquid eyeliners. Now the advantage is liquid eyeliners go on easier and are a lot more bold and easier to work with. However, they do not last as long. Mechanical eyeliners are kind of like the side between. The pencil eyeliners hurt and are difficult to make bold and do stuff with, but they do last a long time. So when you open it up, you'll have to twist it, and then there should be a crease or edge there, and sometimes your mechanical eyeliner will come with a sharpener. I don't like the sharpener at all. I just be careful to keep the edge. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to pull your eye down, and you see this tear duct here? That is where you are planning to put the eyeliner for the bottom of the eye. And let me do that. And you gotta get kind of close to your mirror. Sometimes you'll hit the eyelashes, and that's okay. Now a lot of beginners with makeup go way overboard with this, and like they end up with like raccoon eyes or something like that because they want to do the over the top eyelid, and that's okay. You just have to close it, grab your eyelash, and then raise your eyebrow, and then you trace along it. And you have to be careful. Make sure you practice, 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 practice. I think that just the bottom looks okay. Once again, take your glasses, toss them on, see how it looks. I like it. So here's the fun thing. This is a touch-up. This is a optional thing. This is called blush. It's not too hard. This can define a look. So it is definitely important. It's just very optional. And basically the way that you do this is it comes with the same brush. And you basically put it on the same way you did your powder foundation, just in the high areas of your cheekbone. Kind of like that. If you want to know where the cheekbone is a lot easier and you want to place it, smile, and these high areas right here are where you want to put them. And in order to like figure out where they are naturally, and then you know exactly where to put it in the future. Mine is right here, mine is right here. You know, just make faces at yourself. That's totally fine. So that's basically what blush is. A lot of people can go overboard with this, but it's pretty easy to fix. Just wipe it. Another optional thing, which I will not be using today, is mascara. This mascara is just called Great Lash. I believe it's by Maybelline. I don't know, my label came off. This is what I tend to use. I don't like to use the maximum volume or anything like that because I have glasses, and it will actually end up like on the lens. So that's kind of annoying. But if you don't wear glasses or anything like that, Extenda mascaras are really cool because you don't have to use fake eyelashes or any of that complicated FX stuff. So that's that. Now, this is pretty simple. It's lipstick, and a lot of people think they know how to put this on, but often do not. Basically, they'll just layer it, layer it, layer it, which does not actually happen. What you do is you actually divide your lips into 4 quartiles. There's a middle muscle right here, and then you go out, out, and then you spread what you can, and then just touch these. I'll show you what I mean. 1, 2. That'll smear it, which gets the bottom half there, and then you go in and just touch it up. And if you end up with the corner right here being done, wipe it off. Pretty simple, pretty easy. And then you just clean up your edges, and they're good. So that's basically how you use that. You go from center out, smear, center out. A lot of people just go 1, 2, 3, and you end up with like this smudge right here or right here. And a lot of people will like roll their lips like this or like this, and that ends up putting lipstick on your teeth. And that's not fun or attractive at all. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to put all of this stuff away, and then I'm going to head out And I hope that this helped you guys. I hope that I can see you next week and you guys won't be really mad at me or anything. So that's pretty much it. Just a final thought, make sure that you practice this before you go out. Going out the first time you do makeup is always a bad idea, because chances are you will have messed up to the point where it just doesn't look very good in any way, shape, or form. And you also don't want to overdo it. Don't like try and do those things like Petrolute does, or try and do all of this complicated stuff without getting your basics down. You need to practice a lot. And I'll be honest with you, I don't do much complicated stuff. I like the basic form and the basic way that you do makeup, and I don't think I'm going to do that too badly. So that's pretty much it. If you guys would like to stick around and watch me do my hair or whatever, that'll be like the last 10 or 15 seconds of the video. But otherwise, I will see you guys next week. Peace. Bye.